Hello, YouTube. How's it going? Where you been? Where have I been? March 4th, 2026. First ride of 2026. So we're just checking the beast out here to see what's going on. '07 V Strom DL 650 just replaced the fuel pump. I'm having an issue. I don't know whether it's fixed yet or not, but I was suspicious of the fuel filter or the fuel, well, yeah, the high pressure strainer inside the fuel pump. Not the filter, but inside the fuel pump there is a strainer screen that a lot of the guys, they just bypass it, drill a hole in it, and they put an inline high pressure filter on the system and just run with the old pump. But I thought, well, let's get a new pump. It's got 70,000, almost 75,000 on it, so kilometers. So the symptoms that I had were, if you crank the throttle full out, like say you're accelerating out onto the interstate, full tilt, about third gear, just about maxing out, or getting up into the 6,000 and 7,000 RPM range in the third shift, the bike would bog, just die. And then you'd let off and it would come right back. It acted like a dirty filter, but I wasn't getting that with the change of the filter. So I put a new filter in last summer and didn't do any good. You know, I let it go because as long as you're driving normal, it don't bother. You can drive all day long, it'll never let a blip out of it. But when I just pulled out there onto the highway, I gave it a little bit of a crack and it bogged a bit, but this is its first run, so maybe there's a bubble in the line or something. So we'll just give it a few seconds here. Old fuel and stuff like that. So as soon as I make a turn here, we're going to find out what's going on. Oh, she's thick. Happy New Year, baby. Ah, she's a beast. Exactly what it needed. Exactly what it needed. I love you, baby. I don't have a lot of gas because I drained the tank down. I've only got just 2 bars, so I'm not going anywhere in particular fast. So see if we can ventilate this helmet a little bit. I can't see. How's the blend? It's got more power. It pulls harder, and well, they added. Probably was getting low on fuel pressure. I mean, you know, it's a 19-year-old bike. So, you know, that fuel pump probably a little tired. So it's impressed me now. So best thing I did. So what I did was I didn't buy a whole new fuel pump. I only bought the pump itself and the kit, the rebuild kit. So it comes with the O-rings, the filters, and the wires and stuff like that. I didn't change the wires because I didn't want to be soldering. So I just used the old. They were nice, flexible, and pliable, and everything. So I wasn't worried about that. So yeah, that was okay. So I bought the pump. It was an all-ball kit. They do like steering head bearings and all that kind of jazz as well. So a lot of they nice looking pump. Better better quality than the actual one that was in it. So maybe this was an aftermarket one, and that's why we were having problems. I don't know. But this all balls one, I got it from Port 9 out of Quebec. I ordered it on Saturday night. It came yesterday afternoon. That's pretty good. Read up on it and went through everything. I had a hell of a time getting the pump apart. It would not separate. It just took a good pry to get it to wiggle the crap out of it. And I got her. She's working. So fuel gauge is working okay. Yeah, she's got torque. She's got way more torque than she used to. You always have to downshift or something like that. Yep. So yeah, I got it back. I got the full pump. I mean, it's a backup. If I was going on a big trip, I could throw it in case it failed. I could always slap that one in and get me home. Keep logging there. Yep, keep logging. Oh, you know what it is? The tank's so low, I'm just starving it. Pay any money. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I was starving the fuel, that's all, because it's so low, and this system has a relief valve, so it keeps pumping. So once it starved, it would lose fuel pressure, and away it would go. So yeah, that's what it was. Okay, all right, I feel better now. So we can go top it up, or we'll just let it go for now. I got gas. The gas I siphoned out at home, so I'll probably just put that back in it. La-di-da-di-da. I want that. I want that right there. Actually, I want a truck camper. One that's got good bones, but needs a little interior work is what I want. And I won't pay any money for it. Turn on some grip heaters here. Yeah, so this is the first ride out. So my last ride was Access with Bogey Biker and Jay Jeffrey Music and all their friends. And 2 Up Expeditions invited us for a ride in Possum Kingdom Lake, was where we circled around the lake, and we stayed in an Airbnb for a night, and then headed her back home to Crawford, Texas, Waco area with Bogey Biker. Stayed at his house, very generous of him. Helped me out.
Trailered the bike down because it was early December, first week of December. I left there, I went across to North Carolina.
I went and stopped at friends, Eden Prairie, North Carolina, and then from there, I was gonna go see Photo Rambling, Patrick, and visit, maybe go for a ride with him. I got up the next morning from visiting our friend, and my truck was covered in ice. And I just said, that's it. It's worse than it is at home. So I got a hold of Patrick, and I said, another time, Brad, we're gonna head her home. So stopped in Ohio at the McStashes, Mr. McStash, Mrs. McStash. Hadn't seen them since the 22 and 22 ride. Stayed over with them for a night, and then I headed from there over to Pennsylvania. And I stopped and saw TSP Tommy G and Jody Purple on 3, and had a few hour visit. I dropped off the gift I'd been holding on to. I had a 10C Evo Senna with the built-in camera and everything, and I didn't like it. I'd had it, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to sell the damn thing. And you know what? They use them, and they're getting good use out of them. They work great for them and their system, what they're doing. Watching everybody here. And so I donated it to their channel and had a nice visit. And then the weather advisory was a storm coming, so I jumped back in the truck and I hauled the whole through those Pennsylvania hills with a 2-wheel drive pickup with a cargo trailer with a 1,000-pound motorcycle in it, and I bet you I never spun the wheels once the whole time, and I was going through like 6 inches of snow on some of those back paved roads. And eventually made it out to the interstate, which was pretty good shape. Made it all the way up to Buffalo, New York, and came across the Peace Bridge there into Fort Erie, Ontario, and headed her home. So it was a good trip. I shouldn't have gone to North Carolina. I should have been investigating the weather a little bit better, but I got home that night. It was getting pretty late, but got to see everybody but Patrick that I was going to see. And
So in any case, Jarvis Biker, and we'll see you next time. Glad to be back on the road. Bye.